Well, hello and welcome people of the internet to another adventure. My name is Ganyonz and this is Hand of Anima, a roguelike deck builder where the main gimmick is that you can fuse cards to make new, more powerful cards. I'm super interested to see how they're going to balance this. I watched the trailer on the Steam page, and in looking in some of the cards that they were fusing and the results of those fusions, I'm curious how they're not going to make this busted in half. There's got to be something that the trailer wasn't showing fully or that I wasn't fully understanding, but like I saw two of the cards. It would be like do 2 damage to an opponent, do 2 damage to all opponents. They both cost 2 mana, and then the fusion was like 2 mana, deal 7 damage to everything, and I was like, what? So like, I don't know. There may be some bonkers fusions. Maybe there's some restrictions, but I don't know. Let's jump in. Let's see what Hand of Anima has to offer. Currently, the game has a planned release date of 2024. Not sure when in 2024, but the demo is currently available to check out on Steam. I'll put the description, or I'll put the link down in the description. Do my eyes deceive me? It's the Hand of Anima. Oh my god, I'm going to say Anima so many times. Our home, a calm forest, is seething with darkness. Please save us. Doop is a madman, help us, save us. Select a realm. I will select this one. Select your deck. Choose what magic you will start your journey into a calm forest with, which has been corrupted by dark magic. So we can go with light, block attacks, and draw more cards. Ooh, I like that. Although, come on, make that water. I mean, that's drawing more cards is a blue thing. Ice. Chill enemies to reduce their damage. Fire. Burn enemies deal damage over time. No, red mages are the scourge of the earth. Shadow. Daze. Although red is the best and fire is the best element, but red mages, no, scourge. As a blue player, I despise burn players. Shadow. Daze enemies and draw power from sacrifice. Ooh, black is a second favorite. However, I would be remiss if I did not stick to my roots and choose to draw more cards. So if any card player tells you they don't enjoy drawing cards, stay away from them. They are liars. Okay, so on first glance, don't know what any of these secondary places are, but this is a throne, and thrones are powerful, but this is also a book. Blue mages love books. So let's take the path that's going to take us to the book. Okay, so we got our enemies fusion. Purple glowing cards can be fused together by right-clicking them. So we have a 1 mana, gain 3 block, draw card, and we have a 1 mana, gain 4 block. So we can right-click, select to fuse it, and we get a 1 mana, gain 4 block, draw card. Okay, that's not super busted. That's actually totally fine. Apply 1 bog. What does bog do? Okay. Immediately, I wish this is oh, what game? Oh, Dice Folk, which I haven't released yet, but will be releasing soon. I am doing a series on Dice Folk, just FYI. When I'm playing Dice Folk, there's like a whole not drop down, but anytime you hover over any chimera, it lists like everything out, including like every effect, what it does. So I'm kind of right now, you know, what's the word? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but you know, it's really nice to have that. So I don't know what bog does. So I guess we'll figure that out eventually. So let's go ahead and gain 1 draw card. Oh, so we just have to click. We don't actually have to drag. Prevent some damage. Yeah, I figured that. Discard 1 draw card. We have Dissonant Swing. Deal 6 damage to an enemy with block. Okay, no one has that. Draw 2 cards at the start of your next turn. Okay, so a little bit of delayed draw, which is fine for 1 mana. Totally reasonable. Deal 8 damage to an enemy. Deal 16 if they're below half health. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of this Dissonant Swing. Doesn't really do anything. We can do the block 4. That's fine. We block all the damage, and we'll draw 2 cards next turn. Bog. Draw 1 less card while bogged. Well, good thing we drew extra cards. Yeah, so let's do some fusion. Ha! Okay, also totally reasonable. So we just took 2 4 damage spells, turned it into a 6 damage. 1 mana draw card, 1 mana 4 gain. I actually don't know if this is... Oh, Spirit. Okay. God, there's so many. Just standardize it to mana. Why is it gotta be something new? We're taking 8 damage. Yeah, this feels like not as good now. So let's just do quick draw. Let's get rid of the draw 1. So we can fuse these 2 again. Oh, can I do a double fusion? Oh, man. I was going to say, can we fuse Vegito and Gogeta? Apparently not, though. We can gain 4 block. We can just do 6 damage here. I guess maybe I want to... Yeah, let's do this. Ooh, God, that keeps stacking. Gross. Yeah, so let's just do the 4 here. Then we can do 4 here and block. And we should be good. Do 4 damage to all enemies. Okay, so that's the restriction. You can't just fuse anything. What are you gonna do? Restore 4 health? Well, we're gonna deal you 4. And I guess we just do that. There's some potential danger in the fact that you just click things rather than like dragging them up to activate. There's a lot of potential for misclicking there. Unfortunately, we're not going to drop you down. With your attacks, it doesn't happen. But why is this purple? Oh, so the purple maybe is just a debuff? I wonder if that's just for general debuff or if that is for an attack. If it is for general debuff, I kind of wish that it just put whatever the debuff was behind it. So that way you could start, once you learn what all the debuffs are, you can just quickly glance up rather than having to hover over it. We'll go ahead and draw 2 cards next turn. 4 damage. Block. Oh, shoot. I could have gotten the kill there. Duh. That's fine. We'll just get the kill this turn. There we go. Victory. So we choose our card. We can apply 1 daze. Can I right click it? No, I can't even right click it to see. Okay, okay. We need to change that. Anima, we need to know what these keywords are. Remove all status from yourself. That's probably maybe decent. The fact that it doesn't do anything though. Anima, earned by winning battles to unlock new cards, cosmetics, and more. And then of course we have gold, which... Okay. Draw a card. If it's first turn, draw 3 cards instead. That's not good. Let's just take the... I guess let's take the daze. The daze is probably like a stun or something. Okay, yeah. Don't know why it spawned us up there, but it did. Books. Forgotten Library. Okay, so book is just pick a random card. Deal damage equal to your total block. Ugh, don't like that. Again, if... Okay, well, I just clicked it. I didn't mean to. So can I go up here and see what it does? No, I can't even go in here and see what the card does. Okay. Immediately, big problem, Hand of Anima. I should be able to know what those cards do, but we'll figure out the first time we cast it. That's fine. Let's check out the throne, see what the throne does. Okay, we got a lot of dudes here. So, presumably, that should be good on you. Affected unit has a 25% chance to skip their action per stack of days. Loses 1 stack if the effect activates. Okay. So it kind of just sticks around and eventually it will be decent. Not as good as I was hoping it would be. So let's go ahead and block. And then I think I just want to start drawing cards. Okay, let's see. So we are getting smacked around a lot. So let's go ahead. I think I'm going to fuse these 2. This should be big block, right? Only 6. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead. Gain 3 draw. Deal 6 damage to an enemy with block. Well, I definitely want to gain the block. There's no real reason to use this over Dissonant Swing. Okay, well, I just want to start taking this unit out. Do 4 damage to all any... Okay, so block good. Got it. Okay, so block only sticks around for 1 turn. That makes sense. Okay, I'm going to take a hit of 4 here. Just so that way we can get rid of this unit. I'm surprised. Like, this fight hasn't been particularly difficult, but I am surprised they're throwing us up against. Ooh, we can fuse AoE and card draw. I like that. And yes. So, what do? Let's see. So we fused a 3 mana total, deal 4 damage to all enemies, and draw a card. We turned it into 2 mana, deal 6 to all enemies, restore 1 health for each enemy hit this way. Okay, so we don't draw the card, but it just deals more damage and heals us. That seems pretty good. Yeah, that seems like a pretty decent upgrade for what I'm gonna deem a control deck here. Let's gain 3. Let's just swap a block card. Can we? Yep, there we go. Wait, did you have block? Did I just not see the block on you? You must have had block. I just didn't see it. Okay. So the fuse mechanic is definitely interesting. I wonder if there's going to be like a compendium that you can see what cards fuse into what. Discard 1 card, deal 1 damage to a dazed enemy. Okay. That gives us a reason to have like a benefit for actually dazing things. Remove all block from an enemy. If you do, gain 5 block. Shield Bane seems pretty good too. I think I'm just going to take the corruption. Maybe it's not smart to... Ooh, Maledicta. Take no damage from cursed altars, but you can no longer obtain gold. I don't know what this is. And we just take 10 damage. Yeah, we're going to skip that. I don't know what that is. So it looks like the throne is like relics. Apply 2 bog, discard the top 2 cards from the player's deck. Okay, milling in a game where you just recycle your deck does not seem that great. But you're gonna deal us 4. So let's go ahead and fuse these. Actually, you're super dead. Just in case we don't get to pick, it doesn't say random. I just want to make sure. Okay, so we do select. I just want to make sure. I wanted to get the kill. Okay, so we draw less cards. So it looks like we draw 6 cards a turn. Okay. You're just going to do the same thing. So we're going to be... Okay, so maybe let's start stacking days there. Oh, okay, so the cards that were milled, it looked like it went into our hand. So eventually we're going to be drawing like no cards. Yeah, so those are the cards that get milled. Oh, duh. Okay, we draw 5 cards a turn. This isn't you draw 1 less card per stack of bog. You draw 1 less card total. Okay, so bog is... So you do nothing. I'm like, I just literally don't care about this. So I guess I'll just start looking for attack cards just to kind of go through the fight. But yeah, you don't do anything. You're just like, you just make me do 1 less damage. What do I care about that? There we go. Last rate, deal 3 damage to all enemies. If you're below half health, deal 8 damage instead. Yeah, that seems... 2 mana, deal 3 to everybody. I bet we can fuse this with something busted. I kind of wish there was some indication of, like, what you can fuse it with, though. Mysterious Merchant. So we have 225 gold, so we can't even buy this, but gain 2 block at the end of each turn. Draw 1 extra card per turn, but you can no longer be healed by Enchanted Oasis. So that's probably like a bonfire. Take 2 damage, draw 2 cards for free. Ooh. I don't know how often we can heal, though. That's the thing. right? Like, we don't have any cards that actually heal. Well, that's not true. I guess we have, although it's not perfect, we have the Earthquake with Divine Blessing. And that is not exactly a promising proposition to rely on. But free card draw is tough to turn down. There is draw 2 cards at the start of your next turn, which is essentially the same thing. You just get them delayed. I'm a sucker for free card draw. It might end up just being like a dead draw. Oh, we could go to this shop. Let's see. Let's have the option open. It could end up being a dead draw a lot of time. It'll be interesting to see if it can fuse with anything. So you're dealing 5 and gaining block. So it's actually probably better. It's better to block 6 of this. Yeah, so I think so this is interesting. So the thought I just had was, should there be a pop-up that when you click 2 cards to fuse it, has like a, this is the card will be created. Do you want to do this? Which, something like that is good for when you're starting, but gets really annoying. Okay, there should definitely be a menu option. Actually, let me see if there actually is. Gameplay, new player tips, lock cursor, free. No, okay. So there should definitely be a menu option to allow you to toggle fusion preview. So that way, if you're new, you can test, you can like see what the fusion is before you do it. Because if you didn't know this was 6 block, maybe it's better for you to actually gain the 8 block of having the 2 cards. But maybe you're thinking, oh, if I fuse this, maybe it'll be like 7 or 8 block, and it kind of like, you know, it's a reward for having 2 blocks in your hand of basically getting the same thing rather than just 50% extra block. So I think that would be helpful, because the more you start playing, the more you're just going to learn. Like at this point, I know 2 blocks make 6 fusion, right? So I don't want to see that pop up every time. And then let's do the AoE damage. But definitely when you're starting, you would want to have that info. Let's see here. So I think I definitely want to hold on to the block. I think I'm probably getting rid of this last right. And we have a draw card. Okay. So see, like in this situation, like fuse is cool, because now instead of having, you know, 1 attack that's basically dead, we can get 2 more damage out of it. I think the fuse mechanic, actually, it does have a lot of promise. I think it's a really cool idea. So we can do, let's see, do I have anything? I can block that. So basically I can go Daze here. Corruption, which I can get rid of this Judgment I'm not using anyway, and then only take 1 damage. I don't think we've seen... Oh, wait. This turns into what? Like, gain 5 block, draw a card? Gain 4 block, draw a card. Okay. Well, that's not great, but... Oh, actually, this is probably... I forgot that I was... Actually, I don't know if this is direct damage or not. I'm just going to test this. Okay, so it's actually good in our deck because we can save the damage with block. Let's go ahead and get rid of one of these strikes. Nice. Okay, we can block. And then let's go ahead and fuse these strikes to get 6 damage, which is really only going to be 1 damage. Okay, you're doing 7. So I think at this point we're getting rid of the Earthquake. We can just get more block. And then just do... Oh, shoot. Duh. I should have fused those. I was moving too quick. Okay. Ooh, what does this do? Heroic Reunion. Deal 7 damage to all enemies. If you are below half health, deal 14 damage instead. So basically, we just turned a big single target and a kind of weak AoE into a big AoE. That's kind of sweet. Although I don't really want to use it. So I'm... Wait, what happens? Okay, so the fusions... Got it. So basically when you fuse, the material goes into your graveyard, and then the fusion is ethereal, or, you know, it's exiled, or whatever vernacular you want to use. But it goes away. Okay, days. I actually kind of didn't want you to be days there. I wanted that to be used later. Let's gain 3, draw a card. And then let's just go ahead and shield up. Draw more next turn. This isn't going to do anything for us, so there's no sense in doing it. God, I'm trying to, like, block all his damage and get through his shield, but he just has, like, so much. Okay, I think I might just take a big hit here just to get some damage through. Actually, I think I have to do that because I don't have any shield anyway. All right, let's hit you with some big damage. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna take a hit here, but actually, now that we're under half health, it means that, yeah, like this would do 8 damage instead. So can we do anything? 8? That's only 12. That's not enough. Apply 1 daze. Okay, so let's apply the daze, block 4 damage. See, that one I was hoping would go off. So I guess we'll just do... Kill? Nice. Burn up. Discard 1 card, gain 1 spirit this turn. Ooh, I like that a lot. That seems really good with all our card draw. Just gain a mana. Or gain a spirit. Yep, I will take that. Okay, so we could go to a shop, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be basically a bonfire. Yeah, gotcha. So you notice an oasis up ahead with a fountain of fresh water flowing. Magical aura is felt in the air. As you approach the fountain, you weigh your options. Yep, so you can rest or remove a card. So very Slay the Spire. Actually, Slay the Spire is upgrade card, not remove. But, whatever. Who's counting? Alright. Ooh, we got... What's this little boy? This little boy probably just wants a donut. He's just hungry. You're gaining 4 block. So then let's just deal you 8 damage and 4 more damage. And now what do? You just gain more block. Okay, so I'll deal you this, I'll deal you this, and I'll deal you this. You gain 4 block. Now what do? Oh, you gain more block. Okay, I don't get it. Am I supposed to be intimidated by... Oh, let's daze you. Ha ha ha! No block for you. No soup for you. And I don't even have... Actually, I can do that. Draw 2 cards. There we go. There we go. 6 damage. Pow! Right in the kissa. Deal damage equal to your block. Remove. Oh yeah, remove your block. Don't really care. Prevent all enemy statuses from decreasing this turn. Don't really care about that either. Yeah, don't really care. We're skipping. Do I want to go to a shop or no? Let's. Oh, we got a lot of money though. Okay, we'll go to a shop. Mystic Forge, permanently fuse 2 compatible cards from your deck. Wait, but there's nothing here. Why does it say skip? Do I just go here? Why are you glowing? Oh, that's just the card that's selected. Wait. Did you just fuse? Wait, what just happened? You just fused 2 cards. Okay, that was clearly bugged a little bit. At least it fused 2 cards that I'm okay with. I think it just fused two blocks. Okay, so it just fused 2 blocks, so that's fine. But yeah, I didn't get to select, which was a little weird. So draw one extra card per turn, but you can no longer be healed. Oh, okay. So these are the same. 2 mana, gain 10 block. I kind of like the Judgment, actually. Although I like both. I think I'm going to take both. But see, like, it would change my opinion drastically if I knew what they could be fused with. What do I not like? At this point, probably maybe just a block. No. Probably just the Divine Blessing. I think Divine Blessing is kind of bad. Because what do we have for card draw? We have the Painful Trade. We have the Quick Draws, which just cycle for a card. Actually, no. That's actually card disadvantage. So maybe it's just that. Draw card is just cycling, though. That feels so bad. Maybe it's better, though, than Quick Draw. Quick Draw, though, lets me get rid of kind of dead cards. Like, if we don't have any days, we can get rid of Corruption. We can get rid of AoE if we're fighting. No. Okay, so we're keeping the Quick Draw. I think there's too many good uses for that. Maybe it's just Dissonant Swing. I think Dissonant Swing kind of sucks. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Kind of sucks. What is it? Charge for 1 turn, then deal 8 damage and apply 2 burn on the next turn. Okay. We'll daze one and try and kill off the other. Ha 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 ha, sucker. Okay. So let's go ahead and do it. See, so like we can quick draw the Judgment. Yeah, there's that. So basically what I'm going to do is daze. Do this. I can get rid of the strike and then I can block. Which ended up being a waste, but I would have saved 4 damage there, so that's fine. Restore 4 health. So can I kill you? If the enemy is below half health. So I'm pretty sure with the way this is worded, it actually doesn't matter because I have the strike to finish it up, but let's just test it. I want to see if below half health literally means below or if it's below or equal to. Okay. It is literally below. That's good to know. There are some games where it's like below, but it really means like 50% and under. No, this means 49.9999999% and less. Burn. Afflicted units take damage for each stack of burn at the end of the turn. Okay, burn is very straightforward. It's exactly what you would expect. Since we're not taking any damage this turn, let's get rid of the block. We can combine these two. Maybe we can try and draw into another strike. Nope, we don't get there. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, where we have so many cards that draw cards, the cycle cards are actually pretty decent. So like right here, we can gain 6, draw 2, see what we get. Yeah, Daze is super weird with block because my first initial thought here is to apply Daze and then deal 8 damage. I mean, we're only taking 4 if that's the case, but like if we went Valiant Shield, like then what are we doing? We can't Corruption because he's not dazed. We can't do either of these AoEs. We could basically apply Daze, and then if you get dazed, it feels kind of bad that we basically just spent a card for nothing. So I think this is probably just the best play. Just gets you in range of an easy kill next turn. Take 4 damage, deal 12 damage to all enemies. Ooh. Good in AoE situations, for sure. Let's try it. Okay, so we have our first boss. You have 62. You are gonna do a lot of damage. Okay, 4 damage 3 times. I have nothing to fuse. So this is gonna be interesting. I have no idea if this boss has any kind of enrage mechanic. I guess we'll see. Deal 8 damage, discard the top card. Okay, so let's gain 6. And then it literally doesn't matter. I'm gonna burn a spirit, but can't do anything else. You're gonna heal 7, my guy. Okay, let's get rid of this block. Okay, well now this is pretty bad. Okay, I guess we'll daze and deal you 4. Hopefully stop this. Nope. Okay, we've dealt you 1 damage. Okay, we are gonna get whacked hard this turn. Let's daze. Yep. Draw cards. I need to make sure I have the right cards at the right time. Good lord, my guy. What are you doing? Okay, so let's do this. We're going to... This is basically going to end up being free. Okay, well now... right now, this card kind of sucks. Draw 2, take 2, which is free. Because we're not getting hit, so we don't need the shield. So... we can discard the block. How do we do the most damage? Unfortunately, our mana is a little weird. Oh, no, it's not. I mean, we can do 16. Yeah, we can Corruption, just get rid of anything, and then Judgment. Slowly whittling him down. Let's do the Valiant Shield first. Okay, and then just... Is there anything I could draw here that would be reasonable? No? Okay. Now you're healing. So this is when I need to do damage, but I can't. That's all I can do. Okay, so his attack pattern is pretty straightforward. Does an 8 with deal 8, apply bog. Then he's going to deal 4 times 3. Then he's going to regenerate for 7. Okay, well, I'm super banking on a daze here, or else I'm just dead. Okay, well. Yep, we're dead. Okay, try fusing cards together. Yeah, no. Wow, didn't think to do that. Okay. Yeah, no, I tried to fuse cards together. I didn't have a block card. Okay, let's give this another shot. Daze enemies and draw power from sacrifice. It probably means we have to give a bunch of our health up. Okay. I said they were the Scourge of the Earth. Let's do fire. Fine. You suckered me into it. We don't need to heal this early. Let's go ahead and take a card. And even though it was bugged, I'm still going to go to the forge to see maybe if it's not a bug that happens all the time. Okay, so it does look like there is somewhat of a standard deck. So the standard deck is probably 5 block, even though the other deck had 6 block. The other deck also had 6 attack. This had 5. So it looks like it turned 1 block and 1 strike from the other deck into Earthquake. Comes with 1 quick draw instead of 2, and then a bunch of burn cards. So we have Boiling Point, deal 5 damage to a burned enemy. If it's lethal, apply 1 burn to all other enemies. We have the discard 1 card, gain 1 spirit. Deal 3 damage, apply 2 burn. Apply 3 burn to all enemies. and just apply 3 burn. Okay. We have nothing that we can combine. So let's go ahead and deal 4 to all. We're going to take some damage here. Maybe. Yeah, we are. Okay. Well, yep, I guess our plan is pretty straightforward. You're healing, so I'm not worried about you. Let's just try and get you killed next turn. Yep, you can die. 4 damage to everything. We'll just apply 3 burn. That'll do overall 6 damage over the course of its lifespan. There we go. 4 block. That's fine. 4 damage. Boom. Dead. Okay. Yeah, let's take the painful trade. We need some card draw. Get another card. We have a lot of 2s. So let's see. So if we have 5 cards, let's see. We have a 2, 1, 1. Yeah. So basically, I'm going to take another burn up. Because so if we have a 5 card hand, we have 1 card that costs 2. And then let's say everything else costs 1 and we have the burn up. In order to cast 3 spells, we would need 4 spirit for that. So I want to have a way to get up to 4. I'm going to go this way just in the off chance that you know, we need to heal a little bit. Okay, so let's fuse these. Let's not mess this up. Let's fuse that. We can throw on 8 block to block this guy, and we'll deal you 6. You're just applying Bog, right? I am not worried about that at all. So I'm gonna quick draw a block, which drew another block. So I'm gonna apply 3 burn to everybody. Yeah, that doesn't kill. Okay, so we'll just gain the 4 block protect. Yeah, we are taking a lot of damage here. Well, I mean, we're taking 8. Well, this kills and it spreads a burn over here, so we might as well do that. And then what, we're just going to do Heat Wave? Yeah, because, yeah, okay, so, yeah, because increasing our burn is going to increase the damage it does, right? Because it's going to do 6? Yeah, okay. Stacking burn, quite powerful. Apply 3 burn, deal 3, and apply 2 burn, so you're taking 10. So you're just dead. Okay, cool. Oh wait, burn happens at the end of turn? Ooh, that's wholly less good than I thought it was. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was at the beginning of turn. Restore 1 health. It seems pretty bad. Double the amount of burn on an enemy. I don't think I could take that. God, I wish I could see my deck from this screen. I think we're just gonna take another quick draw. I need a way to get through my cards. Yeah, I want to go this way, but I need to heal. I need a way to get through to block on turns that I need it. So here, I think I'm gonna block. I'm gonna draw 2 here. Yeah, because then I can block again. Go ahead and just discard one of these, so that way we have 2 attacks. 20. You'll only lose this gold if the enemy flees with it. Defeat them. Oh, gotcha. Oh, it's one of these enemies. Okay. So let's go ahead and combine this. Now you have deal 6, deal 5. Combine these. Block. Yeah, so... What does this do if we combine these? Deal 6 damage to all enemies. Okay, so it's just like strikes. Okay, so it's just lethal. So far, the fuse mechanic feels very good, or I should say it feels good, not necessarily very good. It feels good in the beginning because you know for a fact like your strikes and your blocks are going to combine to just make one more card. So like a lot of cases, especially in these early turns where you have fixed resources, you're usually going to end up with cards left in your hand, right? So, you know, you draw 5 cards, each one costs 1, and you only have 3 resources. You're going to have 2 cards left. But with the fuse mechanic, basically you can take 2 pairs of those cards and fuse them, which will leave you with 3 cards. So you have 2 slightly more powerful cards as long as you have the right numbers, right? So like if you have 3 strikes and 2 blocks, you can turn that 1 block into 6 blocks, 2 of those attacks into 6. So instead of doing 8 and blocking 4, you can deal 10 and block 6. So that's really cool. But without knowing like what cards work with other cards, really, I'm just kind of picking like Cauterize seems okay. I'm actually going to take the Cauterize. I don't know why it keeps bringing back to the middle of the map. That's honestly a little annoying. Let's go ahead and go to the question mark and see what this can do. Abandoned book. Up ahead, a book rests open on the ground. Its brown leather exterior is worn, and you can see runic symbols on the pages from a distance. What will you do with the book? Of course, we're going to read it, because I don't know what this does. As you turn the pages of the book, something catches your eye. A card, thinking it might be useful. You add stasis to your deck and press onward. Which does what? Prevent all enemies' statuses from decreasing this turn. It's kind of not great. I kind of wish you would have asked me if I wanted stasis rather than just taking it. Because honestly, I think I'm going to literally just go remove it in a second here. If I can. So we're taking 9. Ew. Well, we're getting smacked in the face for 9. What is my best play here? Might be just a heal 4, attack, burn, and block. So yeah, it feels really good for the beginning cards. Ooh, okay. We can get a little bit more AoE. But so far, like a lot of the cards we've picked up don't really synergize that well with it. Can I select? Thank you. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I think what could be interesting is so I don't know if there's an upgrade system to cards either. If there was an upgrade system, kind of similar to like most other deck builders, where if you like right click on a card or there's a button or something to see what the card looks like when it's upgraded, maybe just when you hover over it, it should open like here are cards you have that it will fuse with, just so that way you can see what cards you already have that synergize with it, because you're not necessarily only looking for cards that are only good by themselves. I feel like this game is definitely if you're trying to push fusion, then you should be pushing that rather than trying to be a deck builder. Let's see here. So this is basically all we have. We're super gonna die. We just don't have the block to do this. You should lean into the fusion aspect rather than being just a deck builder that has fusion as a like side option. Like you should try and push fusion as much as possible. Okay, well, it looks like I can't remove because I have to heal. Maybe this can be... Okay, let's see if maybe this can fuse with something. See, like, if this card says, like, if Phoenix Ashes, like we highlighted it or right-clicked it or something, pops up a menu, you see the card big, and then it says, like, you know, see fusions or something. Maybe even gives you a preview of what the fusions are. But if this said, like, you know, fuse with any attack and adds, you know, +2 heal, maybe that's too good. Maybe if, like, you fuse it, it makes the attack a little bit weaker, but it adds an additional heal. So it would turn strike into deal 3, heal you for 2, maybe. But that's even if this heals. Otherwise, this is just a super bad card. We're getting hit for, like, 7, and this heals 1. Rest. Okay. Let's just keep going this way. If this unit takes any non-status damage this turn, this unit gains 1 frenzy and will change its intent to deal damage on its next turn. What? Unit takes any non-status damage this turn, so next turn. This unit gains 1 frenzy and will change its intent to deal damage. Okay. Well, it's usually best just to take out the weak link first. Okay. Oh, never mind. Well, I was gonna say, so clearly that the purple thing wasn't just debuff, but I think the blood just means recoil. The purple might still just be generic, hey, we're debuffing you. Because I was gonna say, well, it shows blood here, but that's not necessarily a debuff. It's just showing recoil damage. We might be a little bit screwed. We are super screwed here. Okay, so let's go ahead and combine these. Just start working on this guy. Yeah, see, like right now, like there's nothing to combine this with. It's literally just gain 1. A card like this should be basically fusible with anything, in my opinion. So you're dead, so we don't really have to worry about you. So let's get rid of the AoE. Oh, no, I have to, because burn isn't start of turn, it's end of turn. The end of their turn. Yeah, it's, man. Well, I mean, I can still deal with you. That just kind of feels bad. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that was not intelligent. Okay, well, we gotta switch that up. Okay, that one was my bad. I will definitely take the hit on that one. Okay, I'm kind of in this situation again. I just have to... Okay. Can I get something? Thank you. Oh boy, that was close. Yeah, I just don't want any of these. Okay, we are in a rough situation. Let's see what we got here. Lost traveler. As you wander through the forest, you stumble upon a seemingly lost traveler sitting in the middle of the path. Their clothes are tattered, and they are looking up at you sheepishly. How will you proceed? Stop and offer help. You assist the traveler to their feet. They swiftly reach in your pocket, steal 0 gold, and scurry away. No good deed goes unpunished, you suppose. Sure, that was a great event. Okay. Yeah. I will take the gold. Oh, I get all that? So I'm just... Wait. Oh, okay. I could choose what I want. Okay. I was going to say, it didn't just force me to take an awful card, did it? Yep. I have to rest. Oh, let's see. What do we do? Well, we can get rid of one of these blocks. We know block isn't doing anything. It's a little awkward. Yeah, because, like, I can pick up this. Okay, well, I guess what we're doing is just doing this, doing the most damage to one enemy. Just focus one down rather than focusing both. I, like, desperately need to find... Okay, well, there's some block, but I'm taking so much damage. So I gotta fuse these. And they apply burn, so I'm taking... Okay. Well, we'll restore 1 health. Again, like, this fuses with nothing. It's just like a dead card, basically. Yep, apply 3 burn to everyone, so you're gonna die. We can go ahead and deal 3 damage. Like, honestly, I probably should have just kept it for the extra mana, so that way I could have gotten 4 more damage in. Huh. Okay, let's see what this makes. 6 damage to all enemies and apply to burn. I'm taking 8. And I can block 4. Okay. All right. Yep. Let's go into this boss fight with 2 HP. All right, here we go. 8 damage. I can block 4. Good game, boss. We did our best. We tried our best. You were too powerful for my hand that was unlucky. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, guys, so that is Hand of Anima. Okay, so in all fairness, this game definitely needs some balancing. We're getting whacked for way too much damage to start, and there's too many. Like, it's one thing if you want to have one enemy that's doing 8 damage at a time. Having 2 to 3 enemies that are dealing 8 damage at a time when you're just starting your first run is kind of not fair, especially with our health pool. Especially when you start... The thing is, we start with such a big deck that with roguelikes like this, you want, like... we're kind of in a weird position. Like, we're already kind of starting with... Like, if we use... Slay the Spire is like the go-to, right? I got like 700 or 800 hours to Slay the Spire. So that's what I'm always going to compare stuff to. It's like the standard. So with Slay the Spire, right? You start with your 5 attacks. You start your 5 strikes, your 5 defends, or your 5 blocks, and then you have 2 class cards. So you have like some class identity, but it's very small. Typically every deck is starting the same and doing the same thing, and the game is balanced around just attacks and blocks. What this game is doing is it kind of is like throwing you in, like, here's your deck's like here's your deck's identity. Here's an 18 card deck. I think it's 18 cards. But especially for like the fire deck, that leaves you, because like typically until you start getting more powerful attacks, it's pretty beneficial to have your deck be like half blocks and half strikes. And then obviously you have your 2 extra cards, but like, for example, if you're with if you're using like Silent, you have a card that's free, does a little bit of damage, but also applies weak, so it makes it so the attacks that are incoming do less damage. What else do you have? You also have the I haven't played him in forever, but the first class you get, like the warrior, right? He has the card that's 2 mana, deals bigger damage and also applies vulnerable, which means you can kill enemies faster. And if you're killing them faster, ultimately you're taking maybe like 1 turn less of damage. But it all kind of scales. So whereas you have this game with already pre-built decks, you're already going in with a severe disadvantage against damage, because instead of having a deck of like 10 cards, half of it being, or I guess it's 12 cards, so being 12 cards and having 5 cards that are actually blocking damage, and then like 1 or 2 maybe helping you defend that a little bit in different ways. This is just like, here's an 18 card deck, only 5 cards defend. You're going to draw a hand of 5, so that means over the course of 3 turns, you're only going to have 1 full hand of blocks, right? So the proportions are just very off from how much damage it feels like you're actually taking versus how much damage you're actually doing, right? Like the enemy that was the night enemy, it was almost difficult to overcome the amount of damage he was, or the amount of shield he was creating, because I just couldn't get enough damage out of my cards, especially on the turns that he was both dealing 5 and gaining 5. So yeah, it was hard to outpace those enemies. So I think the balance might be a little bit off for that. Or maybe I just suck. Let me know in the comments. Probably, let's be fair, it's probably a little bit of both. Yeah, so the fusion mechanic, because that is like the main thing that this game is selling, is that fusion mechanic. In theory, it's really cool. In practice, I think it is lacking. Again, so I kind of touched on a lot of these as we were playing. The big one right now is that the game just doesn't explain. There's no like menu system for, so like keywords. Didn't know what they did until they were already applied to my character, or the enemy character. So if a card literally just said apply 1 status, didn't know if the card was actually good enough to take because I couldn't see what the status was. Like that Days card we took in the first run. Literally didn't know what it was, had to take it and then even apply it before I even knew what the card was. That should never be a thing. You should know what every card does before you even take it. I still think there needs to be a menu option of some kind to maybe not see every card it confused with. Maybe that can be like out here you have your card journal or something that you can see like all the cards available to each class. And maybe in there you can click on a card and it will show you every card that it confused with. But I think in a run, there should be a menu that says, like, these are the cards you have that it confused with. Because again, if fusing is the main gimmick of your game, and not saying gimmick in a derogatory way, but just in terms of it's the special thing your game's trying to do. I guess I should also be considerate of the fact that this is an alpha. I only just noticed that this is an alpha. So I am going to drop that in the comments just so everyone knows ahead of hand or ahead of time, because I'm saying this at the very end. So I have to kind of temper my expectations now with what I'm going to say, but regardless, I guess any feedback is good feedback. So yeah, there should definitely be a menu while you're in a run for it to say, these are the cards you have. This is what it confused with. And depending on how they want to play the game, because I get that there is definitely some feel-good moments where if you don't know what the card fuses into, but you know it fuses with something, you can be like, you know, you have some moments of exploration where you're finding out what cards fuse into what. That can be a super cool feeling. So maybe the devs don't want to actually tell you what the cards fuse into, but if fusion is the main aspect, the main selling point of your game, you should at least be able to tell what cards you can fuse a card into, right? Because otherwise, if you're just taking a card, for example, that the Phoenix card that was 0 heal for 1. If I knew ahead of time that like basically every card that I drew that card with, I could not fuse it. There was not a single time where that card had a fusion capability. If I knew that beforehand, there is no way I would take that card. 0 mana, gain 1, awful. Even if it was like 1 mana, gain 3. That, I don't know. Maybe I would take that. But that's even a maybe. 0, gain 1 is a definite no. Card is awful. So if you don't want your game to necessarily be a standard copy of a Slay the Spire, where you're just taking what cards synergize with my deck, there might be cards that maybe they're not good on their face. Like I said, the example I gave while we were playing was this is a 0 mana gain 1. Not that good. However, if it said, hey, we can this card will fuse with all your attacks, and it would make it so that your attacks deal a little bit less damage, but it might heal you up. Cool. I would be super okay with taking that card because it means that it adds a lot of utility. So maybe you're in a case where an attack would just kill your enemies outright. Okay, well, obviously you don't want to fuse that card then. But maybe you're in a situation where you're not sure, you're right on the edge. So you have that like, what is it? It's like pulling you in two different directions where it's like, okay, I could do, 90% of the damage I need to get there and not heal, or we could get, 60 or 70% of the way there. Or let's say it could, if we fused it, it would get the enemy to 5 health. Ooh, well, I know that I have strikes in my deck, but strikes only deal 4 damage. So what happens if next turn I only draw that 1 strike? Like, there's a little bit of push and pull there where maybe, like, obviously that's a very corner case scenario, but it can create situations like that where you have a decision. Do you want to do a little bit more damage, or do you want to deal a little bit less damage and get the safe heal? Yeah, so again, if fusion is going to be the main mechanic, definitely want to lean into that. Obviously, now knowing that it's alpha, like the little hinky thing we had at the merging altar, totally forgive that. I wasn't sure how old this demo was or what stage of development we're in. Knowing that we're in alpha, I can definitely forgive that now. But yeah, guys, overall, those are my thoughts on Hand of Anima. Let me know what you guys thought down below in the comment section. And if you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel, so that way you get more gaming content like this from me. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Ganyonz, and I'll see you next time.